Hello, my name is Ariane Harley Emerson, and I am the CEO and Artistic Director here at Elevate Vocal Arts and Elevation. We are so excited that you have joined us today. I'm joined today with some special guests. These are not just special guests, these are the guests that make all of the magic happen, some of our brilliant vocal artists. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves. Why don't we start today with Dr. Scott Aucoin?
Hi, everybody. My name is Dr. Scott Aucoin. I'm a conductor and singer and composer. I just finished teaching at Haverford College, and I'm making the move to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, to be the new Associate Director of Choral Activities at University of Alabama. And it's an honor to sing with Elevation, and thanks for having us, Ariane. Appreciate it.
Of course, happy to be here and have you all here. And let's go to Waigwa.
Hi, y'all. My name is Kimberly Waigwa, go by Waigwa. I am also one of the vocal artists of Elevation, so happy to be here. And when I'm not doing that, however many times a year we do that, I am artistic director of One Voice Mixed Chorus, which is a queer chorus up in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Awesome. And Waigwa, could you talk to us a little bit about what that choir is like and what the mission of the organization is?
Yeah, sure. So our mission is building community and creating social change by raising our voices in song. And so it was born out of kind of the AIDS crisis when gay men and lesbians kind of weren't talking or associating quite yet. And so our founder, Paul Petrella, decided that we needed to have a place for all genders, especially now, all genders. And so we do a lot of music by different marginalized groups and try to educate ourselves and our audiences on kind of the diversity within humanity and how that makes us all better.
Awesome. And Scott, can you tell us a little bit about your time at Haverford and what you're looking forward to and your new appointment?
Yeah, so at Haverford, I conducted two choirs, the Chamber Singers and the chorale. Both at Haverford, we teach students from Bryn Mawr College and Haverford College. It serves in the BICO. And so with the chamber group, I was able to do a wide range repertoire this year, which is really exciting, including Tom Lavoie's Dreams That Remain and some other works by composers on this album. We did Reggie Wright's We Are the Music Makers and Chris Harris's Dreams That Remain. Bring Me All Your Dreams. And then with the chorale, I was able to do a really exciting project and do the US premiere of a work by Cassie Toe called Songs of the Reef, which is about the preservation of the Great Barrier Reef in Australia. And it was really, really successful and exciting. So yeah, it was a great year at Haverford.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you both for sharing a bit about this, your lives outside of Elevation, that is. And just to make sure that everyone knows, and I do this little public service announcement, our album entitled Are You Looking For Me is dropping everywhere on Tuesday, May 28th. We are so excited. It is coming, 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 it is coming. And so please mark your calendars. We cannot wait for that to be shared with the world. We worked hard with it. There's some really great music. And a shout out to Haverford College, because we actually, through Scott's connection there and his interim work there, we were actually able to record the entire album in Jahar's Hall, which was a phenomenal space. And you'll see in the videos that it has this great kind of like glass window. So usually when you're recording and doing things like that, you're kind of in a dark, dull space or under the bright stage lights all day. So it was a really nice, beautiful, scenic place to record the album. So thank you, Scott. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Having us. It was a joy, a joy. So again, make sure that you're following us on all of our channels at Elevate Vocal Arts and at Elevation Ensemble, so that you can hear all of the tunes, because you definitely don't want to miss it. And we have some really some fun music that is on the album. So I would love to hear from y'all. Just what was the experience like? And either one of you can feel free to start. What was the experience like singing on this album? Or perhaps what has your experience been like singing with Elevation in general? Either one of those is fair game.
Bagway, do you want to start? Yeah.
It's been an absolute joy. I've never sung with so many highly skilled and talented singers. You get all the rep ahead of time, and then you kind of think you know what it's going to sound like when it comes together. And then you get there, and it's always 700 times better and more magical than you thought that it was going to be. Yeah, the range of talent is fantastic. And Ariane, you pick some amazing repertoire that creates this beautiful story arc. So sometimes you get to the middle of pieces and you're like, oh, I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, I know. That's the best part. Scott?
Thinking about Elevation broadly, I've been like so happy to sing with this ensemble because the diversity of people for sure, but the diversity of talent and like what people bring to it, right? Like I myself, as a vocal artist, am still learning, like by doing this group, right? So like, especially when we do the gospel tunes, like Ariane, like working with you and like doing those pieces, like it's kind of not what I was brought up in, but I'm learning so much, and like you are so open to like helping us through this and like getting the sounds that you want and explaining how it all gets together. And I love that about it, that I can kind of look at those tunes ahead of time and be like, okay, I know that when I get there, it's going to be even more kind of in-depth experience. And so those are always some of my favorite, like Worthy of All the Praise on this album is like one of those things that I love to think about.
I really love just like working with all of the singers, because it's like, a lot of times we think of choirs, it's like, oh, the choir has this sound, and it's like the sound that they have kind of throughout. And I wonder, is that really the pinnacle of choral excellence? And I don't think so. And I think that the versatility of the group has been one of the things that I've enjoyed the most. And it's so cool to hear you all go from, a Bach motet, and the next gig singing like some knock 'em out, drag 'em down, like bring the house down gospel tunes and some hip hop tunes and contemporary stuff. So I think that's one of the things that I love, and y'all just do that so well. So it's really a joy. And the soloists, like I can't even like I can't.
I mean, anytime Dr. Jill sings, but like the Brand New Day concert, when she started singing Color Purple, tears in my eyes. I was like, what is happening?
It was insane. That concert, there was a standing ovation after that piece, because like she just like, it's so effortless for her, and it's just incredible. And Kim Kinney, she's just also, I don't even like, what was your experience like hearing Kim sing for the first time? I guess the first time was one of our first recordings for the last album. Like, what do you even think?
She was standing over at the end, and I could just like see her in my peripheral vision. And she started, and I'm pretty sure that I forgot what words were. I forgot what was happening. No, it's all consuming. It is a stunning presence, a stunning like gift of a voice that comes out of her body.
I can't even handle it. And then totally different, like the solos and the piece "Are You Looking for Me," which is composed by Dominic D'Oriol. Completely different kind of singing, like extremely high solo for two sopranos. And like sometimes I'm like, is there more than one person singing? Like it's actually like so well, like perfectly blended that it's almost just incredible.
Especially in the recording, they nail it every time. Like every time I'm like, how are you doing this? It's so perfect.
And even in the rehearsals, the two soloists were Catherine Ellen Peterson. For those who don't know her, she's Not a Human, a great singer in the Philadelphia area, educator, and our very own Rachel Clark, our executive director, again, Not a Human. And like, just how many times we would rehearse this or how many takes you do on it. And every time I was like, that's some pro stuff right there. Like they are killing it, and it is just so cool and so exciting. So the soloists in the ensemble are really incredible. And the fact that just like there are the bench is so deep for that is the other thing that is like so crazy. So I even think about some of the other amazing singers like Yolanda J.D. Green, Dr. Yolanda J.D. Green, and Tim Hurt. It's just like I'm overwhelmed oftentimes at the talent. So it feels great. So what are some of your? Go ahead.
I was going to say another thing with the talent of the soloist is how often the solo is never the same.
Yeah, exactly.
There are those like perfect ones that are meticulously written and meticulously executed.
Yeah.
Sometimes getting through, you're just like, I don't know what's going to happen. And that's half of what makes it so exciting.
Exactly. And like every time, like particularly with the gospel tunes, it's like I truly don't know what's going to happen, and I think it's going to go somewhere. And sometimes I'm like, repeat, no, we're out, or like we're going out, but no, another repeat. Here we go. We're just going with it, and everybody just is there and in the moment, and it's okay. So that's one of the joys, I would say, of being in this group. On the album, do you all have any favorite pieces that you all particularly liked or that resonated with you? Just one thing for folks who might not know, the album is actually split into vignettes, like mini sets. So the first one is entitled Divine Comedy. So there are two pieces that are paired together, a setting of Laus Trinitati by Faith Zimmer. It quotes Hildegard von Bingen chant, and then that goes into Chris Harris's Were You There? And then the second set is Searching for Faith, and that is Are You Looking for Me? Paired with Tides, which is an amazing piece by Reggie Wright. So if you didn't check out that conversation, that piece of music breaks me every time. The third set, there are Odes to Joy. There are two pieces paired together. Joy Never Leaves, also by Chris Harris, and Elevate, a hip hop tune for vocal ensemble by Laurie Hicks, which is just a bop. There's one called Infinite Song, and there's two pieces there. The Gift to Sing, written by our very own Eric Meyer, our collaborative keyboardist and composer in residence. And then Hymn to Time by Lee Kesselman. And then there's a set with just one piece in it, and that's The Majestic is what it's called. And that's Worthy of All Praise, which I think totally lives up to all of that hype of The Majestic. So what are some of your favorite pieces or moments of pieces or texts, perhaps?
I am a huge Tides fan. Like I might be, I don't know, I feel like I'm maybe basic in my love of it, but it is my favorite. I love doing it. It's a long-ish piece.
Yeah.
And I love doing the whole thing because I think the journey, kind of like what Wagwa was saying earlier about like, you think you know where a piece is going and then it changes suddenly. Like that piece is totally transformational. And there's just the way that Reggie like plays with like time and how we think about the actual tides, like musically and physically, like it's just so wonderful. And that's one of those pieces I could sing all the time. It's my fave on the album for sure.
I love it. And what do you love?
Tides is also one of my favorites. The like,
so good.
When you're trying again, better this time, more compassion. Yes. It's just me weeping on the inside. Trying but I really love Chris Harris's pieces.
Yeah.
Like, Were You There? I feel like it grabbed me right away, and then that middle section, you can't.
I know.
So good.
Sublime.
But also the quiet Joy Never Leaves took a while to grow on me. I originally loved the
Yes.
sound. It sounds like there's a Poulenc improvisation for piano. It's like an homage to Edith Piaf, and the beginning
Mhm,
kind of sounds like that.
mhm,
And I was like, ooh, I love the harmonies. And then I sang it, and I was like, oh, this is hard. Um,
mhm,
but
mhm.
then the middle section, it's like a plan so
A
delicate
pen
that
so delicate
no
that no
gentle
song.
handlebars
Yeah.
could place it all in place with grace and cause it not to break. That
Mhm.
middle section is devastating, like
It's
in a good way. It breaks you well.
yeah, it does. And it's a cappella, right?
Yeah.
And so there's like this huge handed thing, and then it's like it's a cappella in that section, which is just like ugh, brilliant, right? And it allows the delivery of text, the declamation of text is so clear. And for me, that's one of my favorite pieces on the album and
Mhm.
Tides, because both of them use exquisite text along with Are You Looking for Me,
Mhm.
the Dominic
Mm.
DiOrio piece. Like, I just love that it's like captures the searching, and like, no, you're not going to find me in cathedrals or stupas or kirtans or not eating anything but vegetables. But when you really look for me, you will find me in the tiniest house of time.
Mhm.
And I love that. It's like such great text.
And what I love
And
about what
oh,
Dominic did in that piece, that so sorry to talk about, but that text, right?
yeah,
The tiniest. I think about that piece and like compositionally, like there's like he takes so little material and it just like spurs out of it, and so
yes,
like the
Mhm.
core of the piece is this tiny little idea that we
it is.
start with, and it becomes this whole thing. I just it's so it's that's a journey. That piece is a journey and
I think
beautiful.
it's freaking brilliant. And
Yeah.
it's crotales, both mallet crotales and bowed crotales, as well as tam gong. And so and there's overtone singing in it as well, which is like, it's like you hear these things and I understand it's like, well, why would that go together really well? But
Mhm.
it does. It like totally works. So
Yeah.
he did that thing. I want to make sure that we listen to a little bit of music. Are there any
Yeah.
requests on the hotline for a little bit to listen to? Maybe some Tide, some Joy Never Leaves. Any
Yeah.
requests?
I would love Joy Never Leaves.
Okay,
I
let's
want to
listen
hear
to
it.
a
I
little
want
bit
to
of
hear
Joy Never Leaves.
it.
And it's beautiful. One of the things that Dr. Jill did with this is she added some just like photos of expressions of joy to the video. So
Mm.
Ooh.
it's well worth, of course, listening to the album, but also checking it out when it releases on YouTube as well, because there are some just beautiful pictures that are just so striking and perfectly timed with the music that just like are just so beautiful. So this is a little bit of Joy Never
Yay!
Leaves. Here we go.
Whew.
Oh, I think we've lost your sound, Ariane.
I love that section so much. Sorry about that. I just love that beauty for ashes and like how it sets that up and the piano comes out. And shout out to Eric Meyer who plays the heck out of that and just kills it. And the piece just continues to unfold. That's not even the best of it. So it just keeps going. And there's another a cappella section in there that is just mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So you'll definitely want to check that out. Anything else y'all want to take a little listen to today?
I was gonna ask about Worthy of All the Praise because I want to hear that little section, but I think we should hold off. And
but what we could do is we could play a little bit of the opening and leave the kind of the ending of this thing is going to take you to church.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Dr. Jill, she leaves no crumbs. No crumbs in this one. So this piece is a gospel tune. It's super accessible for our choirs. You can be flexible with the form. We were flexible with the form, and that brings life to it. You can repeat sections as much as you want. Lots of opportunities for shaping. So some of what we were talking about earlier with the gospel pieces and some of the attention to detail, you can hear some of that shaping and Worthy of All the Praise. So this piece, we'll listen to the first couple minutes of it or so. And trust me, you have got to hear the ending. It is absolutely just absolutely crazy. So this is a little bit of Worthy of All the Praise. I know. I was like, I'm about to snatch some wigs. It's so good. It is so good. So good. Here's Worthy of All the Praise.
We've come together
Gotta save the ending. Gotta save the ending. Like, but the ending is like 5 minutes. So
It is.
like it just like, oh my gosh. Like it's just so I mean, like, it's so good. And the solo is just so good. The choir singing is so good. I love the unison opening, like, and just like the unity of it. Like, y'all did that, left no crumbs. Like, and it gets even better. And there's a tenor part that is just like fire. It is absolute fire, and it's just so much fun. That was one of my that's definitely one of my favorites, and that's why it's in a set of its own called The Majestic, because that the majesty of that piece is just it's just incredible, absolutely incredible. We probably have time to listen to another clip or so. Are there any requests on the hotline that y'all would like to hear? Maybe some Elevate, some Hymn to Time, some Joy Never Leave. Oh, we did Joy Never Leave. Some Were You There?
I think because we talked about Were You There, maybe we should do some Were You There.
Were You
we talked
there?
about it before.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, and I could actually find that middle section. There's one part that is just like, first
From
of
the
all,
heavens itself.
It's just it's just
and
so good.
Shout out to Burgess, like a gorgeous solo. I mean,
and the trembles.
So good. Like Burgess Cooper. Yes. Again, the solo work is always just incredible. So this is a bit of Were You There? I'm going to just skip to the middle. I don't know where it's going to start, but it's going to start somewhere in the middle, and we'll listen from there, and hopefully we'll catch some of Burgess, and we'll catch some of this transcendent moment where literally I literally thought I was going to pass out during the recording session. Like during this moment, like I felt like I had dissociated from my body. Like you know how people are like, I saw myself. Like that's what happened in that moment. And I was like, maybe it's because I didn't have breakfast, but like
I think we all fell into that because both the recording day and we sung it together another time. And it's just like everyone is just, I don't know, you kind of lose yourself in it where you're like, I know my note. I can't tell if I'm making it, but I just feel a part of this massive sound. Oh,
it's so good. He did that. So this is a little bit of Were You There? And let's skip ahead a little bit. And let's see where it goes.
Sometimes it causes me to tremble.
My goodness, what an arrangement. Like, it's that part right there where I'm just like, it's just, I can't. It's just so much. It's just like,
Gorgeous.
so good. Y'all killed it on that tremble.
Mm.
Like, and just the little parts where vibrato comes right at the end, a nice little flutter. Like, y'all did that. And sopranos, I don't know how y'all did that. Like, y'all were doing that thing,
Mhm.
like, for sure. Well, I'm so glad that we had an opportunity to catch up.
Yeah.
We are so excited about the album. We are so excited about what this album represents and this movement that we're here to move forward. I am so grateful for Waigwa and Scott for joining us today here. Any last words that you have on why someone should stream this album on Tuesday, or download this album, or purchase it to actually come in the mail at their house? Any reasons why they ought to do this?
I think, speaking to the post that you had, diversity is important. And this is the work of diversity. You can get so much more variety and so much more that speaks to your soul by experiencing not only people of different experiences, but music of different experiences. It is a phenomenal album. Like, you should get it for the strength and fortitude of your soul.
Yeah. Retweet everything Wagwa just said. Also, I think if you're a choral collector, if you like to know what's up, there's a lot of really amazing new-ish music, right? There's like stuff that is new to us, world premieres, but like, and composers that we are getting to know more. So yes, the retweet of diversity and everything, but the music is just so wonderful. So definitely stream it. I can't wait for Tuesday.
Indeed.
It's going to be so exciting. I'm really excited. Just a couple of things as we get ready and we get ready to come to a close today. Just a reminder that you can find us on our website at elevatevocalarts.org, which is where you can find the album information on Tuesday. You'll also find it on all of the major platforms. So that's Spotify, that's YouTube, that's Amazon Music, that's Tidal, all of them. They'll be everywhere. So make sure you do it. If you, I would like to encourage you to download the album. And of course, streaming is great, but downloading the album is really important as well. And that is important to helping us continue the mission of this work. Or purchasing the album and having it actually come to you in the mail, also really important as well. So I want to encourage you to do that. This album is all recording world premieres. None of these pieces have ever been professionally recorded and put on an album before. So that should be reason enough for you to get this album. This is all stuff you might have heard a piece before, maybe with not a great recording on YouTube here and there or whatever. This is the first that these pieces have ever been recorded for an album, which is just amazing. And so we're excited to be able to do that. This album has pieces by some phenomenal women, folks from the LGBTQIA plus community, composers of color. So we're really excited that we are really able to connect with so many different composers and bring so many different stories and storylines together. Again, it's been a pleasure chatting with you all. We are Elevation, and we are excited about our album releasing on Tuesday, May 28th. You'll be able to find it on all of the streaming platforms. And if you're not sure where to find it, just take a look at our social channels on Tuesday, and you will absolutely be directed to it. So thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you, Dr. Aucoin. Thank you, Waigwa. We are just so thrilled that you were able to join in this conversation today. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.